welcome back. These last couple of weeks I have acquired a lot of yarn, like quite honestly a little bit too much yarn. That's not the worst problem to have in my opinion, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of come on and show everything off, do a little yarn haul, because I love watching these kinds of videos. So to show off what I got, like talking about my plans and like first impressions of the yarn, because everything that I got is going to be first impressions. I've never used any of these, and I've actually never purchased from any of the companies that I purchased from this time. Pretty much everything I got was purchased from Warehous, Wool&Co, as well as some like small businesses. I figure I'll just jump right into it, might as well. I'll start with the Wool&Co, I guess. Or I'll start with Warehous. Most of what I've gotten has been like garment quantities and like things that I already have a plan in store for, because that's just, I'm trying to be pretty good about that, of just not buying things without a plan and letting it sit there and go to waste, because I have a lot of yarn already. But the first yarn that I purchased, which right off the bat I really like, this is the Drops Cotton Merino. This is my first time ever using drops. This is the color lavender, I believe. It's a 50% superwash wool, 50% cotton. It is so soft and squishy, and like even just holding it, it has kind of a cooling effect, which I'm really excited to use this. And I don't know how well you can see it, if this is gonna be focusing or not, but it's like marled a little bit, where there's the darker purple, but also like not quite a pink, but a more lighter pinky toned purple mixed in with it. I feel like I'm a little worried that there might be some splitting because of the way that the yarn is plied together, but it's so squishy. I really am excited, and I really like this color. So what I'm planning on making with this is the Tara Texture Top by Maybe the Label or Mippy the Label. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce her name. I really like her designs. They're very texture oriented. She has some color work in there, but they're very like, almost have like a vintage element to them that I really like, and they're very feminine in a way that I don't tend to gravitate towards a lot, but I just really like these designs. But yeah, I got, I think, 5 skeins of this, and I think that was a little too much. I probably could have done with 4, but I'd rather have too much than too little and use it on like a small accessory to go with the top. But I have been wanting to cast this project on. I'm not sure if it still is, but the pattern was available for free, and I think it was just for a limited time, but I'm not positive about that. But all of the yarns that I'm using, as well as all of the patterns I talk about, are going to be linked in the description down below. And I'm planning on casting this on tonight. The other yarn in this package is the Drops Fiesta. I got 2 skeins of it. It is a DK weight sock yarn, so it is, I think it's a 75-25 blend maybe. I'm not seeing it on here. Yes, I am. It's directly where I'm looking. 55% wool, 25% polyamide. This is the color, if I'm remembering correctly, Midnight Forest. I love the idea of making socks, but I'm somebody, I have a lot of joint pain, and I find working on a gauge that small incredibly unbearable. Like pain-wise, I can't knit more than a row like with needles smaller than like a 3mm without genuinely being in a lot of pain. And so I figured I would try a DK weight sock pattern and sock yarn, and I really like the colors that this yarn comes in. I'll hold it up a little bit. This one is very simple. It's just like grays and kind of more of a blue tone, hence the Midnight Forest, I guess. There's a couple others. If I like this and I can tolerate it against skin, because I'm very sensitive to animal fibers, I'm planning on maybe getting like a vest quantity of, I think the color was Roasted Almond, something like that, and making a vest out of that. I'm always on the lookout for superwash yarns because I work with kids, and so if I want to wear something to work, then I need it to be machine washable, or else it doesn't work out. But yeah, that's the first bag. I like it. I'm happy with both of these colors, especially the purple. I love purple. That's a theme you'll see. But in the second bag from Warehous, this is what we're looking like. I've got 1 garment quantity in here, and then I just ordered 1 each of 2 yarns, which is what I'll start with, just to like test it out. I'll make a gauge swatch because, like I said, I'm very sensitive to animal fibers, so I just want to like make a swatch and make sure I can tolerate it against skin before I actually purchase any kind of large quantity of yarn, and I don't want it to go to waste. But the first one is, this is Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk in, oh shoot, it's color 25. I think that might be jeans blue. Let me check. Steel blue. It's the color Steel Blue, which is this really beautiful, just steel blue. I love blue as well. But yeah, again, you'll see a theme with the colors I pick, but it's just feeling it. It's so soft. It's very silky. Like you can definitely feel the silk contents. This is a 77% alpaca, 23% silk. There are 153 yards 140 meters per 25-gram ball, which is actually more than I thought it was. Yeah, it can be a little deceiving, alpaca, how soft it feels on the ball and then how scratchy it can be against skin. So I'll definitely need to try. I've seen people say that like the trick to use is knit the swatch and then wear it like in your bra strap for a day and see if you can tolerate it then, so I'll probably do that. I love the halo this has. I can't tolerate mohair at all, and so I would love something that has that effect, but I could just swish this and sit here and hold it all day, genuinely. And it feels very warm. Yeah, so there's that, and then I also, the other one I'm just gonna try out is the Drops Lima. This is a worsted weight, by the way. Both of the other ones I showed were DK weight. This is a worsted weight. That's a worsted weight, and this is another DK weight. This is Drops Lima, which is a wool and alpaca mix. 65% wool and 35% alpaca. So this is the DK version of, I think, their Drops Flora, which is a fingering weight, and then they have, I think, Drops from Paul is their worsted weight. I've never used either of them. Again, it's very squishy, which I appreciate. I like this color. I think this was sea green mix. You can see there's definitely some loose fibers sticking out. I'm assuming that's the alpaca, which has me a little worried, but it's not like, it's a little scratchy, but not terribly. I have heard this yarn pills a lot, so this is another one I'll have to see, but it's so affordable. I want to say this was like, it was on sale and it was like less than $3 or something like that per skein, and they have 100 meters per skein, which is pretty good. I don't think this color suits me very well, but I like looking at it, and if I can tolerate this, I would assume that I could tolerate Nepal and, was it Flora? I think I said Flora, which would be great because as much as I love a DK, I much prefer an Aran weight yarn. Just again, working at smaller gauges, even at a DK, sometimes can hurt my hands, but this calls for 4mm needle, which I should be good with. Yeah, that's Drops Lima. All of the rest that's in this bag is Drops Belle. I have, I think, 5 skeins of this navy blue, maybe it's called, I believe it is, and then Dandelion, this was called. And this is another one. I really like the little variegation in there. This is a cotton, viscose, and linen blend, 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. It feels very nice to the touch. I could see this being a little bit scratchy, like when knitting, but I don't see the finished garment, like the actual fabric, being too scratchy, but the little bit of linen specifically can be pretty rough on the fingers. But my plan for these, I would like to maybe knit, maybe crochet. I don't think I have enough to crochet. Like a little baby tee almost, like a very fitted negative ease baby tee with the dark blue as the base, and then probably duplicate stitch rather than colorwork because I'm not very confident in my colorwork skills. Some kind of motif with the yellow. Just because of the colors, I would probably do some kind of celestial design. I found this like spirally sun kind of thing on Pinterest a while ago that I might do, or something with stars, because I really like oh my gosh. I really like stars and astronomy. I do like these colors together. I like the contrast. And these are, how much per skein? 120 meters. So we're doing pretty good. Like, again, I mean, everyone knows, like, if you know of Drops, you know it as the affordable option for a lot of yarns, and I really like this. I could also see this one being really nice held double, and I could see this crocheting really well, just based off of the feel. I'm a little worried about it being kind of splitty on the needles, but I feel like with a hook, especially like a larger size, it would be really nice. For the t-shirt, I'm planning on just freehanding it, designing it myself, just because it's a pretty simple design and I've been trying to get into, like, learning how construction works and all of that. So that's all that I have from Wool Warehouse. I really love how it comes in these organza bags because it's just so convenient for storing it, and these could be repurposed really easily. They'll make really good project bags, I bet. Also, something that I would like to note about Wool Warehouse is that the shipping is really cheap. It's a UK-based company, but all the shipping is based off of like the weight of the package, and so this was 2 separate orders, and they were both like the lowest weight range, and so it was like, I think 5 USD shipping, something like that, which is crazy cheap considering that it's overseas, and better than a lot of other places for sure. So I think we'll move on to the Wool&Co next. This was also my first time ordering from them. I ordered 2 sweater quantities, or 1 sweater quantity and 1 cardigan quantity. Okay, the labels are kind of falling out, but this is Berroco Vintage. Wool&Co offers like ball winding for free, and since I was just talking about shipping, Wool&Co, it's free shipping in the US. And not just continental US, it's like Alaska and Hawaii as well. This is the color Overcast, which is like a blue and gray kind of marled effect, and I really love blue. Like, it's my favorite color, and especially gray, like slate blues like this, love it. Berroco Vintage is, let's see, it's a 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon blend. It's a worsted weight, and it's machine washable, which is nice. Again, like I mentioned, I work with kids. I got 5 skeins of this, and I'm going to be making the Yoon sweater by November Knits, which is one that I've been looking at for a while. I think it'll make a really good basic, like just wardrobe staple, and I really like this color. I don't have a viewfinder or anything. I film on my phone, but I think this color will suit me fairly well. And I really do love just that like hint of blue, and almost there is a little bit of a green tone in there, but the name Overcast for this colorway is so fitting. And I do appreciate that they leave the labels, like even when they wind it for you, which I love that they have at Surface, and I love that it's free, but I do appreciate that they leave the labels for you. And the nice thing about the Yoon sweater specifically is that it is knit with, I think, 6mm needles, something like that, so it's gonna be pretty fast. It'll be a nice like palette cleanser knit, I feel like, especially because this next one that I'm gonna talk about is gonna be a lot more time consuming, and it's gonna take a lot more active thinking, mostly because I've never done something like this. This is another vintage blend, but this is the Berroco Vintage DK. So it's the exact same. It's the 50% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. The only difference is the fact that it is a DK weight instead of a worsted. This one's falling off, I'll just take it off. But this color was called Wisteria, which is so fitting. And oh, it's so pretty. I'm pretty excited about this one. This is going to be another Nippy the Label design. This is going to be the Tallulah texture cardigan, which I've not really done any sort of like all over texture knits before, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I just love the silhouette of this design. Like, it has fairly big sleeves that like balloon sleeves that cinch in at the wrist. The designer just did a really good job of picking out stitches that worked really well together. Oh, I'm just admiring this color. I really like it. I got 5 skeins of this as well. Was it this one or one of these I only needed 4 skeins for, but I ordered 5 solely because I had found 2 $50 gift cards, and so I figured they're $10 per skein, so I might as well just get 5 and not have $10 on a random gift card that I'm going to forget about, because I know myself. That was a nice surprise. I found like $125 worth of Visa gift cards from previous birthdays from years ago, and immediately went and purchased some yarn. But moving on to some hand-dyed yarn. I'm trying to decide which one to start with because they're really cool. I'll start with this. So it was just my birthday. I turned 18 like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago as of filming this, and we have a birthday tradition. Every year on my birthday, around my birthday, we go up to a certain town in my state. Just a fun little tradition, but while we were there this year, I ended up buying this massive skein of yarn for $55, but it was my birthday gift to myself, and just these colors, like, are you kidding me? So this is from Alaska Judes Yarn. It is a worsted weight superwash wool. It has 560 yards. It's definitely a thin worsted weight. I kind of think this is more like a sport weight, but I'm thinking about using this as like a color work contrast color in a sweater at some point, because I just think it reminds me of the Northern Lights. Personally, the Aurora Borealis. And I just look at that, like those lighter swatches, I absolutely love it. And it's pretty soft. It's like not, and it's not got like the super plasticky feel that some superwashes have. This store has, in past years, consistently had it, and I've just never honestly had enough money in my bank account to justify spending over $50 on a single skein of yarn, but this year I did, and that feels so good to do. To be able to spend money on like a birthday gift to yourself is so nice. So yeah, there's this. This was my birthday gift to myself, and then I got some yarn as a birthday gift from my grandparents. Well, there's a lot of it. This is from Expressions Fiber Arts, and I got 3 different packages of it. This first one is their Mangosteen Hues Luster Worsted, and it's this beautiful like purple ombre, and it is 50% superwash merino and 50% lyocell. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't really know what lyocell is off the top of my head, but this is 914 meters or 1,000 yards. That's a full sweater's quantity right there. and it's so soft. It's so like smooth. I'm not gonna pull it out just because I don't want to ruin it, but you can see even through the plastic there is a very like a shine to it that's really nice. But yeah, I really like this color combination. It's not one that I would normally go for, but it's so nice. It reminds me of like berries almost. I'm not really sure how to properly like utilize the ombre, how to showcase that the best way, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now. But this is so nice. Genuinely, all of these are some of the nicest yarns that I've ever owned in my life. But this next one is Faraway Hues Mirage Sport, so sport weight yarn. It is a 70% merino wool, 10% natural baby camel, and 10% cashmere, and 10% mulberry silk. This is like, I'm gonna open this one. It is so luxurious feeling. It's so soft and smooth, and the dyeing on this is gorgeous. These three are 3 different colorways. I'm not sure what colorways they are, but we've got the blue one, and then we've got this green one with like colorful little speckles in it, and there's a little bit of blue streaked in there. This one very much reminds me of like a forest, and it's very earthy. And then this one is kind of browns and a little bit of orange and some more speckles and stuff. It's just so pretty and so nice. It feels so good, and I have no idea what I'm gonna make with these, but there's so much. I'll probably make some kind of accessories, probably something as a gift for my grandparents to, like, as a thank you. And then the last one is the, ooh, I have no idea how to pronounce this, I'm gonna be so honest. This is the Susurrus Hues pearlescent worsted. It is 50% merino wool and 50% mulberry silk. This one, yeah, it's another worsted. This one has 804 meters. Again, I'm just gonna open it honestly, but like you can see, oh, you probably can't very well on camera, but there's just a shine to it that is really lovely. And these colors, we've got 2 skeins of this brown kind of color, and then one that's this like dark wine, almost red, and then it's got streaks of like blue and lighter pink in it, a little bit of yellow. And then this one that I think it's almost the same, but just a much lighter base, I guess, or not base, but just much lighter dye job. Yeah, and this one, looking at it, it's very loosely plied, so I'm not sure how well this will hold up, but either way, they're so nice. I was not expecting that as a gift. It's probably the nicest stuff I own, like genuinely. Will probably be accessories just because I don't really know what to do with all of the different colorways and like how to work them into one piece seamlessly, so they'll either be color work or accessories. I actually have more, hold on. Never mind, I actually don't know where it is, but I got some other 2 skeins of hand-dyed yarn from a family friend as a graduation gift, which, hi! Are you gonna say hi to other people? Hi people! Oh, you want nothing to do with me. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all I have to show for today. I do apologize for how scattered this has been. I am filming this pretty late at night and it shows. I'm very tired. My dog is fussing, you can probably hear her. There's people outside like mowing their lawn or something out the other side of the house, so thankfully I don't think you can hear it here, but it's freaking her out pretty bad. Yeah, especially with those these last hand-dyed skeins from Expression Fiber Works, if anyone has some pattern or just project ideas, I would really appreciate if you would share it with me, because I genuinely don't really know what to do with them. But they're so pretty and I just would love to do something with them. And if you'd like to kind of stay updated on what I'm doing, I will link my Instagram in the description. I will post some just progress pictures of the projects I'm working on. I haven't been very good about posting lately, but I'm working on it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I would appreciate any opinions on, like I said, the patterns. Just if you have any experience with some of these yarns, because like I said, I've never really worked with them before. But yeah, I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are. I am going to go cast on that Terra texture top now, I think. Bye!